Hello, Stephanie. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm a bit stressed because I will get an evaluation in March in my work, and I have to organize everything. They will ask me questions and documents to prove and so on.
Oh,
And the grade will affect everyone's salary. So if I get a bad grade, everyone will be really angry with me.
oh my
And
God.
yes, and it's the first time I will be evaluated there.
Woo. Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
Yes, but I have some months to to put everything in order.
Good. Well, good luck. It sounds like a lot of work. Sounds like, in fact, a good idiom would say, it sounds like you have your work cut out for you.
My work here. Could you
Yeah,
type?
I'll type it in the chat. You have your work cut out for you. That means you have a lot of work to do, a lot of difficult work to do.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and best of luck in that. Sounds challenging. Uh, I do have to say that's one of my favorite things about teaching on Verbling. We don't really have reviews in the same sense as I have at other teaching jobs. They give quite a bit of freedom to us.
Yes, but maybe it would be good to have your reviews, because you are a wonderful teacher, and I'm sure that you would get wonderful reviews.
Yes,
And in my opinion, they should listen to the students, not just to the teachers. I think they should have a code of conduct and things like that.
Yeah, I think they should. I actually think they should communicate a lot more, both with teachers and students. The downside to not having, evaluations is there's no communication really. So you learn things kind of by surprise sometimes. And yeah, I think student feedback is very valuable. So do supply that to them whenever they give you an opportunity. That's the best way to improve the website. All right, we've got a few more joining us. Wellington, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good
Great.
to see you.
Good to see you too. Edson, hello.
Hello,
How are you doing today?
not bad, and you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. And Ruben, hello.
Hello,
How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good, good. Good to see you. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
All right. So welcome everyone. This class is called English at Work, Applying for a Job. This is just basically a series of lessons that I have that follow the story in an office, a story in an office. So we have one character, well, several characters throughout this series of lessons. But our point is to increase job-related vocabulary, increase English work skills, such as emailing, things like that. So that's why we are here. There's a link to the lesson in the chat. But I'd like to start just with a little warm-up. Well, this is in the lesson, so we'll go to it. But since we're talking about work today, let's all answer this question. What kind of job do you have or want? So you can tell us the job you currently have or the job you want, or possibly both. I'll go first. I am a teacher. I have 2 teaching jobs that I love. I teach on Verbling and I teach for the New York Public Library. But I also want a full-time job. So I am looking for a job with benefits and full-time hours and pay. All right, let's start with you. Ruben, what kind of job do you have or want?
Already, I work as a project manager in an oil company in Guatemala City. And I like the project management job, but probably in the future, I would like to work in social projects.
Cool, so a big change, very different career type that would be.
Yes.
Great, thanks, Ruben. And then Carolina, how about you? You told us about the project.
Yes, I am a dentist. Um, Almost everyone in my family is a dentist. And I am also a civil servant in a kind of strategy of the government called the ESF. I work in a attached territory, and I have to work not just as a dentist treating patients, but also visiting families in their homes, teaching children in elementary schools about their oral health. I have to get continuous education. I have to take a lot of courses. And I'm also a teacher, an English teacher online in another website. I'm just a newbie there. And of course, I'm not like the native speakers teachers, but it's just I start. Then I will take a test and I will get a certificate, and I will carry on teaching English online as a second job. And I want to grow on my career as a dentist. I want to get the um I don't know what comes next, specialization. Mm,
After
After graduation, you get an specialization, and then
I think it depends on the field.
on the health field.
Yeah, and I don't know too much about health. I know in, let's see, teaching, it's a certificate or a license.
Okay, I will take more certificates, more stuff to to receive a better wage and so on. But my husband wants to move to the US, so I don't know what the future holds.
Oh, cool. That's exciting. You have a lot on your plate with the dentist work. Sounds like a lot of variety. And congratulations on the teaching English online.
I'm not like it's in one website, and they have people who are advanced students from everywhere, and they may teach, and they have teachers, native speakers with certificates. I'm not a teacher,
Mhm.
but I am a teacher. And Wellington has attending some of my classes, so maybe you could ask his opinion
Very good. We will.
about me.
Fun. I love that. That's so cool. And non-native speakers are very valuable as well. In my Spanish learning. In my Spanish education, some of my best, most helpful teachers were the native English speakers because they understood why I was confused about certain things. But of course, then you need the native speakers for idioms and things like that. The best is to have balance, both. You need both. So congrats on that. So Wellington, tell us, how good is Ana Carolina as a teacher?
He's great, you know, and of course he certainly will be a great teacher in the future. Not too far, not too far. In a short time.
Great, great. She,
Yes. She is very intelligent. All the time she shows us that she is passionate about about English, and I think her students will be very they will receive a lot of informations, and yeah,
good.
I don't have too much. I don't have a lot more to speak, because if I speak, I think she will be very sorry, I don't remember the word.
Embarrassed?
No, embarrassed, but
Proud?
no, confident.
Overconfident.
Overconfident.
Funny. That's funny. Great. Well, tell us about yourself then. What kind of job do you want or have?
So yeah, I work at a bank inside a call center with planning, predictions, operational support in things related to the telecommunications. I was at the bank in this bank for 12 years, and I worked in different areas, and I am in this area for 4 months. Yeah, uh, five months, and have been great, because I am working a lot, learning a lot, and like it happens all the time there, we have many surprises. For example, today I learned that I will be next week. Next week I will be another boss. Uh, in some way, it's good, but it's hard, because all the time you have to prove that we are good, that because we are there, and in some way this is bad, because like I said, you have to prove, and um, so this kind of thing happened with me in the years ago, but I'm happy for now.
Good. Yeah, that is stressful though to have a new boss
Yeah,
suddenly.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck. I'm sure your new boss will see you're great.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Wellington. We're just going to look at a couple more. We're going to look at number 4. What are some ways to apply for a job? This is something that has changed so much from when I was applying for my first job to now. So let's just go around and list a few ways. Ruben, what are some ways people apply for jobs?
Um, Well, currently, I think LinkedIn is a good source for careers looking for. Um, Also, you can make some contacts on LinkedIn, but if you want to apply for a job, probably the most common way is sending your resume by email. You can see some newspapers or the Craigslist, and but specifically to apply, I think the email is the most common way to apply for a job. Um, Later comes the interviews and all these things. Sometimes are online, sometimes are in situ or peer-to-peer. But well, I think that.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some great ways to look for and apply for jobs. And yeah, it does seem email is the way to go. Um, Used to be 10 years ago, you would still maybe mail or bring in your resume. 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Anna Carolina, do you want to add on to that?
Yes. I believe that the ways that he brought up are some common ways. Some people have a huge network. They know a lot of people, and then someone recommends the person, and they don't have to apply. They just have to talk to some people they know. In
Mm-hmm.
my case, pound I've never had to pound the pavement because after I graduated, I studied for 3 months and I take a test to become a civil servant. So taking a test is another way. Asking people when you when you have a social network. Um, what else you can do? Um, Searching online is sending our resume, making phone calls. That's all.
Great. Oops. Yeah. Oh, I'm not muted. Good, great. Excellent. I think those are all some great ways. Wellington, any to add on there?
I think I don't have too much to. I don't have anything to increase because what you was said. I think, yeah, asking people, take tests, make phone calls, send your resume.
Oh, yeah, I want
Uh,
to. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I believe that maybe I don't know, but uh, because the media nowadays there are forums, and through these forums you can achieve different people, and to be very present, to be a person that bring ideas, knowledge, tips, clues can be something that through this you can achieve people that in a way one day could to be interested in you, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, you made me think of job fairs. It sounds like you're describing like networking events.
Yes, yes. In some ways, it's a form of, it's a way of to do networking.
Yeah.
But It's not a direct network. It's indirect.
Yeah.
Indirect, correct? In English,
Yes. Yeah, that's a
yes,
great word for this.
indirect because you are not asking, you are not there in a meeting with your outdoor asking for a job. No, you are showing your knowledge, and I think this is more um, help me with your word.
I liked your word indirect. It's more of a the purpose. It's not
It's light.
applying.
It's
Yeah.
light. It's
It's
not
almost
direct.
yeah. It's almost like not necessarily applying, but advertising.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
light. It's not something. Oh, I'm here. Yeah, and I want a job. No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah, it's more like you getting to know people, getting to talk about your skills and experience without the presence of a specific job in question.
Yeah.
Great job, everyone. Nice list. I do think we hit up everything we needed to there. I think we're going to move on. We do have quite a few vocabulary activities, or at least one. But we're going to address our vocabulary, starting with pronunciation. So I will say each word. You all will repeat after me. But keep your mics on mute, or it will sound strange. So just a quick pronunciation practice. And if you have any questions on pronunciation, we'll take those at the end. Here we go. Number 1, job posting. Job posting. Number 2, apply. Apply. Number 3, degree. Degree. Number 4, experience. Experience. Number 5, education. Education. Number 6, interview. Interview. Number 7, candidate. Candidate. Number 8, administrative assistant. Administrative assistant. Number 9, resume. Resume. And in England, the resume, England or Australia, Ireland, outside of the US or North America, the resume might be called the CV, also in the field of education. Curriculum vitae stands for. We just say CV. So CV. CV. And our last word you probably are familiar with, president. President. All right. We are going to match these up. This is a preview. If you don't know the word, that's fine. Just a preview. So take a guess. We'll sort these out. They will appear later in our reading. So, Ruben, number 1.
Okay, let me see. The number one job posting is the answer C, a posted description of an available job.
Correct. Very good. Yep, so a job posting. Great. Anna Carolina, too.
Apply. Um, to request something officially.
Yes, indeed. To apply is to officially request something. Great. Wellington's 3.
Okay, degree and academic accomplishment.
Exactly right. Ruben, back to you, number 4.
Experience. The E, knowledge or skill achieved over time.
Great. It's a word we use all the time in a job search. Great. Anna Carolina, 5.
Let me see. Oh,
Oh.
teacher, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think we've got a mistake here. This makes sense. However, this fits better here.
Yes.
So now, Anna Carolina, try to find 3 for us. A better one for 3.
A certificate for completing university.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi, Stephanie.
Yeah.
I was thinking that education could be knowledge or skill achieved over time as well. No?
It certainly could be, couldn't it? Yeah, because education can be a skill as well as knowledge. That's a good one. Do we think this is the best answer?
I don't know. I was really torn.
Yeah, I am torn too, now that you mention it. I was thinking very school-like of education. Let's continue, and if we see one that doesn't fit, we'll know we've made a mistake. So Wellington, what do you think goes with number 6?
Okay, number 6, interview. A person who is being interviewed for a job.
Close. These ones are all related.
Interview. A person who holds the top position. A person who is.
There's one more definition towards the top, too.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. Let there be a meeting between a job candidate and an employer.
There we go. Easy to miss that one, buried in our crossed out lines.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yep. An interview is the meeting. Ruben, next one.
Yeah.
Candidate. A person who is being interviewed for a job. How do you pronounce interview? Interviewed.
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 Yep, so the ed ending gets a D sound, but not an extra syllable. Interviewed.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, great question. And that is correct. Yep, so that is for a candidate at an interview. Also political, someone running for office might be a candidate, political candidate. Anna, next one.
Me, teacher.
Yes, number 8.
Okay. Administrative assistant. A person who holds the top position. No. A person who helps run an office.
Exactly right. Yep, so another word for this, the old word, in the past, this was usually called a secretary. Usually now called administrative assistant. All right, Wellington number 9.
Only one question. We pronounce administrative assistant.
Let's see.
Administrative.
Stress will be on the hang on. Administrative assistant. Nope. Stress falls on the second syllable. Administrative assistant.
Administrative assistant.
Yes.
Administrative assistant. Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, there is some secondary stress there, but make sure most stress goes there. Administrative assistant.
Administrative. I don't know how to sing like you. Okay, resume. A list of personal employment history and qualifications.
Exactly right. Very good. And that word comes to us from French. So it's not resume, it's resume, which you said very nicely. All of you seem to already be very familiar with that word. I guess I'll do the last one. Easy enough. Oops. President is the person who holds the top position at a company. Although this is often called a CEO as well, Chief Executive Officer, is just as likely in a business world, or even a COO, Chief Operating Officer. All right.
FO, Chief Financial Operation.
Oh, yeah. CFO. I don't work in business. In my field, we have a superintendent.
Yeah.
Or a board of education.
Yeah, my superintendent will change.
Are any questions on our vocabulary?
No, thank you.
All right, we're going to go on then. We have a couple of emails we're looking at today. So these lessons take us all the way through the process of getting a job. So we have some emails. I'm going to split the reading. Edson, welcome back.
Hello, thank you.
Glad you're back here. All right, we're gonna, since you just came back, we'll have you be one of our readers, but you can be our second reader. And let's have Ruben. Ruben, will you be our first reader? And you'll read email 1 for us?
Sure.
All right, so Ruben, go ahead when you're ready. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll start even this. We wouldn't typically, I guess, read this, but we will.
Should I read the header?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
even the header, just in case.
Okay. To HR at rivereducationbooks.com. Subject: online job advertisement. Date: June 28, 2015. Sorry, I will correct the pronunciation. 2015. To whom it might concern, I read your job posting for a sales representative on your company's website. I am interested in applying for the job. I have a degree in business from the University of Bonneville. My college classes taught me to be a hard worker and good businessman. I also have experience from working in sales at Joseph Book Company. My education and experience will make me a good member of your team. Please let me know if I can meet with you for an interview. We can meet at your earliest convenience. Sincerely, Les Timpson.
Great. Thank you. Lee Timpson.
Lee Timpson.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I have um, um, a little trouble with the interested word interest. How, how,
Yeah.
how do you
This
pronounce that? Yes.
good. This one will get the ed is going to get an extra syllable, but we kind of lose a syllable here. So if I were to say it slowly, I would say interested, but quickly I say interested.
Mm,
Interested.
interested.
So good question. Try it like that.
Thank you.
Interested. Good. Anybody have any other questions? All right, so Lee Timpson is reaching out, asking for an interview. And let's have his response. Edson, go ahead with email 2.
To Latinson2090 at email.com. Subject: online job advertisement. Date: June 28, 2015. Dear Mr. Timpson, thank you for your interest in our job posting. You sound like a good candidate for the position. I'd like to meet with you in person. Please come to the office at 3 p.m. on Monday, July 1st. The office is located at 1530 Ford Sheckle Street. Please ask the administrative assistant to call me when you get here. I look forward to meeting you and talking during the interview. Sincerely, Mr. William Michaels, President of Sales.
Great, excellent. Thank you very much. So Lee got the interview. Yes. All right. Any questions on the second email?
Only one question. In this case, we know that is in a way is a advertisement, but is normal, is usual to say job posting instead ad advertisement.
Yes. In fact, I think this is even more common.
Okay, posting.
Yeah, you might see advertisement as well, but I feel like I would say this almost exactly the same way.
Okay.
But that's not to say I wouldn't say advertisement or even ad.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
question. Good. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Great. I just want to comment that Lee, he attached his resume. You would also typically attach what's called a cover letter. Oops, let's get that so you can read it. A cover letter. Usually you attach this separately, but a cover letter is basically this information. So sometimes the cover letter might be in the body of the email or attached separately. All right. I don't know that we need to go over this. Let's well, let's just quickly maybe ask each other for some question and answer practice. I'll ask someone and we'll go around. Wellington, what degree does Lee have? Actually, you know what? Looking at the time, maybe we will. Let's skip that. Let's focus on our vocabulary.
So sorry, I didn't see that that you was that I was muted. Lee has a degree in business.
Great, great. Good, thanks, Wellington. This will be good because this is an ongoing story, so it's good for us to be clear on what Lee is up to. But it's really not that important for you all. So let's do some more vocabulary, and then we can get to some speaking and maybe even writing. All right, so our vocabulary words, we had 10 of them. We're going to insert them into our sentences to make them make sense. Anna Carolina, it's your turn. Number 1, please.
A lot of companies put a new posting online or in local newspapers.
Great, perfect. Ruben, number 2.
Darren got his college degree at Stanford University.
Great, perfect. Wellington, number 3.
The boss liked the because that person wrote a good letter explaining his education. Okay, the boss liked the resume because that person wrote a good letter explaining his education.
Oh, that could work, but this is going to be another word for that person.
The boss liked the because that person wrote a good letter explaining his education. It's not a resume.
No, this is another word for someone who is applying for a job or.
Okay. Thank you, Buffy, and of course Stephanie. The boss liked the candidate because that person. Okay, thank you.
Great. And this was confusing because of a linguistic process known as, I'm going to forget the word.
Because that person,
yeah. I forgot the word. I'll have to look it up. But this is a confusing structure where we mention a person and then refer back to the person. But yeah, good, very good. That was a tricky one. All right, back to Anna Carolina.
When Nathan finished college, he started searching for jobs.
Searching, good. What about from our vocabulary list?
I don't remember.
Let's go.
Looking.
I don't know what will fit off the top of my head.
Applying.
Yeah, I think they want that. Yeah. Searching is good too, though. Part of searching is applying. Good. Ruben, number 5.
The candidate had a degree in business from the local university. You think so?
Oh, yes. And look what we've done again with degree and education.
Okay.
Yeah, so degree fit great up here, but it has to be here because of if we had we could put uneducation. We can't, so let's put education up here.
Okay. Just a question, sorry, from the question number 4. The word started. How do you pronounce that?
Started.
Say it again, please.
Started.
Started.
Yeah, this is an American English thing, but the second T is really going to sound like a D.
Started.
Yeah.
Started. Oh, started. Yeah.
Yeah. That happens a lot in American English.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. The way you wrote
Yep.
right now helps a lot. Start.
Yeah.
Started.
Well, the T sounding like a D happens very often in American English.
Okay. Started.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds great to me.
Good but broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. And it could be certificate too. Anna Carolina asked in the chat. Yep, it could be certificate. A degree is usually bigger than a certificate, depending. All right. Wellington, I think we're back to you, number 6.
Yes, John worked a long time before he became, I think that president at the technology company.
Sounds good to me. Certainly makes sense with our context. Great. Anna Carolina, 7.
Most people must go through an interview before they can get hired for a job.
They are never any fun, but necessary. Ruben, 8.
The boss hired a new to help file papers and answer the phones. The boss hired a new administrative assistant to help file papers and answer the phones.
Correct. And of course, I'm not spelling it right, but you've got it. I forgot an S. Administrative assistant. Great. Wellington, number 9.
9. Martin was happy. He had working at 3 restaurants because he wanted to be the manager at a big restaurant in the city. Martin was happy. He had I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh, I see. I think I see what it is. This is, hang on, I'll give you a hint. This is something, knowledge or skill achieved over time.
No, achieve.
But this is one of our vocabulary words that means like, this is over time you get.
Martin was happy. He had.
And it starts with an E.
Help me, please.
It starts with an X.
I am helping you on the chat box. What do you get when you work a lot?
Okay.
Someone who has never worked.
Yeah.
Is not happy.
March was happy. He had experience working.
Yeah! Ding, ding, ding. Very good. Good hints in the chat.
Yeah, you are the best.
Yeah, I didn't get this one right off the bat, too. I had to go look back at our words before I saw it. I wanted to put been and just make it a grammar, past perfect continuous. He had been working at 3 restaurants, but that didn't make sense. Great job. And Anna, the last one.
Yumin lists her education and work experience on her resume and sent it to the company she wanted to work for.
Excellent. Correct. Very good. All right. Any questions on our vocabulary? All right. So let's end. We're running low on time, but I do want to have some sort of closure, and I think it's a fun one here. So I'm just going to kind of rephrase this again a little bit. I want everyone to tell us, what is your dream job, and how does one get that job? All right. So this is our final question before we say goodbye. I'll go first, and I want you to really think dream job. Like when you were 6 years old, what did you want to do? Astronaut, superhero. So really dream. Let's see. My dream job is to write books. And I don't know how someone gets that job, but first they have to write a lot and have good ideas, and probably work very, very hard. Probably get an education, guidance, and that's all. Let's hear Anna Caroline. Oh, so go ahead, Wellington.
Why did you didn't write a book until now?
I just haven't yet. I still might someday. I did. My love of language led me to teaching instead. Led me to traveling and teaching. So down a different path, but who knows? I may yet. Thanks for asking, Wellington. Why don't you answer first? What is your dream job, and how does one get that job?
I'd like to work with music, but it's very hard. We have to be. It's necessary courage to be a musician.
Yes.
Yeah, because so there are a lot, and sometimes the payment is not too good.
Yeah. It's not a job you can make money at.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Wellington.
Great.
Anna Carolina, how about you? What's your dream job? How would you get it?
When I was 6, I wanted to be a princess, a professional princess. But yes, it's true. But then I'd like to be an ice cream taster, and I have no idea how to apply. But this professional, this uh, this professional can make a lot of money, and this profession does exist. I read an article about unusual professions, and an ice cream taster earns a lot of money. Imagine to earn a lot of money just to eat ice cream.
That's crazy. You'd think their benefit, their job perks would be enough. They don't need good pay. That's a great answer. I love that answer.
But they earn a lot of money. They have a huge salary.
Yeah, that's not fair.
To taste ice cream is
I would do that job for free. That's funny. Good answer. All right, Ruben, how about you? What is your dream job, and how does one get it? And do you know how we can become ice cream tasters?
Okay. Yes, when I was a kid, I dreamed to become a professional soccer player. I never play well, but I think to get the job, you need a lot of discipline, on a lot of courage, as Wellington said, on and probably have some good good habits to train every single day.
Yes, indeed. That self-discipline, the training, that's tough physically and mentally. The life of an athlete.
Sure.
Great, good answer, well said. And I think that's about it. All I have for you today. This is an ongoing series of lessons, so I think in the next one, Lee goes in for the actual interview, and we focus on interviewing questions and answers, things like that. So thank you for joining me, everyone, and I hope to see you again really soon.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Bye,
See you
everyone.
soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.